You do a cheat sheet.
Hey guys, hope everyone's having a great night. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream.
How are you guys doing? Honey, are you already chewing on that toy? We found these in the closet and she loves them. They're like almost like shaped like little Tootsie Roll Pops, but she thinks they are perfect for her. Look at you up there. Who's that? That's Miss Gnocchi. So Luna's puppies had their puppy picking and every single one of them has a name now. So it's super exciting.
That's fun.
Yes.
You'll have to do like a roll call on everybody throughout the night. But hey, speaking of roll calls, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Erin is going to tell a little bit about these puppies, who they are, how old they are.
Yeah.
And then my job is to go through the comments that you guys put, ask whatever questions you guys like, and in between Erin chatting, I'll go through the comments and the questions that you guys have and pitch them to Erin to answer. So thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll jump in.
Well, these guys are Luna's mini Goldendoodle puppies. So these are Luna and Mosley's, and they are 5.5 weeks old. And they are just doing so great being out in the garage nursery. They are really transitioning well to being out here. They're already on soft kibble, like puffy kibble. And as you can see, Honey is a super motivator to get on this coolaroo. Because I was a little worried after having such big puppies a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh man, this coolaroo is going to be so hard for them with their tiny little legs. But Honey is a great motivator. She loves to have them up there with her. And so that is what we've been working on for these last couple of days, is getting them to be able to come on and come off the coolaroo for their uneven surface training. And this is kind of like step one before we go to the stairs. And we definitely want to be able to do the stairs before we send them home. Let me turn our heater off. That way everybody can
Erin's
hear.
doing that. Eileen, thanks so much for joining. It says, will you be traveling delivery video again? They are so fun. That's a good idea. I think I could do a short. So Monday, I'm flying a puppy to Boston. And so that could be a fun little video. Great idea, Eileen. So Tom says, what size crate do you recommend for puppies that will grow to be medium sized?
Well, medium size can be pretty varied. I would like to know like what poundage they think it's going to be. For us, 30 to 50 pounds is a typical medium, and we would recommend like the 32 to 36 inch crate. So that's what, that over there is a 42, I think.
Yeah,
but the nice thing is about getting wire crates like that is you can have a divider. It comes with a divider, and so you can get a crate as big as you want, and then you can put the divider in it, and so then they will be able to have a big crate when they get older, but they have that small space to learn from when they are learning to not potty in there and to sleep through the night.
Nice. And then Tom says, do you recommend pet insurance? So what's your rule of thumb on pet insurance?
My rule of thumb for families is if it would impair you to be able to take care of your dog, if you had to take it to the emergency vet, $1,000 is kind of like the standard at an emergency vet visit is what we have found, or more. And so if that would impair your ability to say yes to a procedure or something that was going on, then I would definitely say go ahead and get it.
That's a good idea. And then we did some due diligence in trying to help families find a good pet insurance company. And we landed on Trupanion because majority of the vet offices in our area
carried it.
And also gave some good positive feedback as that there weren't a lot of loopholes and things like that that you had to go through in order to get reimbursed.
Yeah.
So.
And it was pretty, like the coverage was a lot better. Anything that wasn't reproductive or
preventative?
Standard, yeah, preventative, it was covered.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then Tom had another question. It says, before,
I love these questions. Tom, you go.
Before the puppies arrive, do you recommend treating the yard for fleas and ticks?
I don't know. What do you think about that one?
I'm kind of more of the one to, like, if you have known issues, fix them. But if don't start putting a whole bunch of chemicals in your lawn.
Yeah.
Because it can be toxic. And then just make sure when your dog is going out in the backyard, especially during those seasons, just checking them frequently. Yeah. So doing more of that than more preventative. But I'd love if you guys have some thoughts down in the chat about fleas and ticks. Maybe they're more prominent in your areas, and you can give some feedback to Tom. That'd be a really huge help.
We've just never had any issues in our yard.
Right.
But we also don't take Honey and Bella like out to the woods and let them roam around. So we've never really needed flea and tick prevention. But I definitely think that it is important, especially just to groom and to brush your dogs regularly, to pet them on the areas that that ticks like to go on, because ticks, like Lyme disease, I mean, it can be devastating to a dog. But I also know that the flea and tick medication, like the one that goes on their back or the pill, is not necessarily 100% preventative. So it's important to do those regular checkups anyway, especially after you go out to the woods.
That's great.
Oh, that is a really loud pitch squeak.
Holly says, hey, JP and Aaron, thanks so much for going live tonight. I needed a puppy fix.
Oh,
I'm so glad you're able to be on here.
Is that Holly as in Miss
Holly
Orange?
Haywood.
Yeah. Aw,
So,
I hope she's doing good.
yeah. Let's see. We completely agree. Eileen says, honey, you are the best auntie.
Yes,
that's
she
so
is
fun.
such a good auntie.
So Shay says, I'm 90% sure that my angel dog is pregnant. I'm so excited. My dream has been to become a dog breeder, so I'm very excited.
Aw, that's great.
Well, feel free to ask questions in the chat below. We'd love to help. Karen says, can we see Mr. Green up in the to the camera and say a little something about him? My daughter, Christina, will be taking Mr. Green home, and we're all so excited to welcome him to our family.
So that's Hank.
Yeah.
Mr. Hank. He is super sweet.
Come here, buddy.
Loves to play. Do you want me to hold him?
Yeah, if you can help me, that'd be great.
Oh, goodness.
There we go.
Hi. What is it? Yes. Super affectionate. Loves to give kisses. And is doing really, really good on potty training. Right?
So sweet.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Awesome. And if any of our other families are on here, feel free to put in the chat below, and we'll definitely do some close-ups so you guys can get some great shots. Let's see. Ric Flair says, any update on Tilly and Nipsey F1BB? I know we are waiting for pregnancy confirmation.
I do a lot of pregnancy confirmations. I do 2 this week and 2 next week. So Tilly is next week.
Awesome. Yeah, so make sure to be on our closed group for those that are on our deposit list. You guys can be updated there for all confirmations. So exciting news coming.
Yeah, Ruby number 2 is confirming tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So that's our first of 4 pregnancies that we're confirming in the next 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
So J. Rowe Love says, how does one go about getting one of your puppies? What's the process?
So step 1 would be filling out an application on our website, and then I reach out to you with a phone call or a text, whichever you prefer, and then just answering questions, getting to know you, what you're looking for, and then the next step is taking a deposit and joining our closed Facebook group. So we have a Facebook group that's only with our families that are either waiting to get a dog from us or already have a dog from us. And it's so much fun because you can see past puppy litters. You can see, you can get questions answered from other people that have gotten a dog from us. And it's just a really good community that people can ask and know that everybody's gotten the dog from us. So it's just been really helpful for people. And then after that is the hard part. That's the waiting part for a litter to come up that meets your needs. But It's just a lot of fun getting to know each other and just kind of making everybody's dreams happen.
Yeah, that's great. And our
Right, Miss
website
Dewey?
is doodlesofnc.com. You can look in
that's a good
the
point.
description below, and there's a link there that you can go to.
Babe, this is who you're flying.
Oh, really?
Miss Zuri.
Do we have a name?
Zuri.
Zuri.
Say hi.
We're going to have fun.
That's
I
right.
promise.
She's great.
It's Ryan says, recommendation on beds to put in their puppy crate. Do you know, is the one that we like on Amazon, is it linked?
It is.
Okay, yeah, check out, if you go to our website and then you can go to like favorite products, you can check out the puppy bed
You do this
that
one.
goes in the crate, and we enjoy that a lot. Let's see.
I'm gonna put these away. Oh, that didn't work.
Ryan says, what would be a recommendation, a blanket versus a puppy bed? I guess it depends. For me, if you got your dog from wherever it was raised, if they have a blanket that smells like the pack, I would say that ranks higher than just getting a bed, say from like a pet store or Amazon, things like that, because it's gonna be able to help your puppy settle.
Yeah.
But if you don't, I would say they enjoy the bed
They
more
love
than
their
just
beds.
a blanket.
Yeah.
It's kind of a place that they can kind of lean against. Puppies are natural snugglers. They like to kind of huddle up. And so the bed has walls, kind of like similar to this one. The bed has walls, and so they can kind of lean against it. And they seem to really enjoy that.
I would totally agree with that. They love the idea of kind of leaning against the walls. That's why those donut beds are so popular. That's what we have on our website, and it's great for like individual dogs. They didn't end up lasting very long for our litters, but that's just because they got a little rambunctious with it and kind of wanted to play with it more. But with just one dog, it worked out really perfectly. Honey, what are you doing?
Is she trying to get a toy out of there?
Yes, I put that toy away.
Oh, that's funny.
Get your rope toy.
Mary has a great idea as an alternative to pet insurance. She said, we open a savings account and put money in every month or so. That was Nick's vet bill account.
Nice.
That's a great idea.
That is.
Yeah.
And then some vets have a 1-year plan where you can actually pay monthly instead of per service, and then it includes their spay or neuter. So it's really helpful for people just to spread it out over 12 months.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Gia says, will you be breeding any other breeds in the future? No, Gina, we only breed Goldendoodles, and we kind of have a niche in doing mini and mediums.
Yeah.
But we have really fallen in love over the last, almost 13 years of Goldendoodles. And so that's just what we're passionate about, and so we have just chosen to solely pursue Goldendoodles. That's a great question.
Honey, you want your kangaroo?
Norma says, are F1B Goldendoodles and multi-generation Goldendoodles the same thing? If not, what are the differences? Which is more? So can you go into F1B, F1BB?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
And actually, just go ahead and start at F1. 'Cause a lot of people don't know the kind of the variations.
yeah, so F1s are what our Bella is. So our 13-year-old is an F1, which is 50% Golden Retriever, 50% Poodle.
Whoa, sorry guys.
And that is like, they're usually larger, like 60 pounds plus. We know of a Goldendoodle that was a boy in our neighborhood that was like pushing 120 pounds. So they can be very large. And they shed, not as much as a Golden Retriever, but they do shed some. John Paul actually has allergies, and he's relatively okay with Bella, but if she gets in his face a whole lot, he will have like a little bit of allergies.
Whenever I sit on the floor and kind of play with Bella, I just go and wash my hands.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't become an issue.
So that can be bred back to a Poodle, and most of the time breeders are using a miniature Poodle, and it will make a mini, a smaller medium-sized F1B, which is 75% Poodle, 25% Golden Retriever. And then from there, you kind of get these other generations. So that can be bred back to a Poodle again, and that is an F1BB. And that's how you're starting to get the really small ones, like the 15 to 20 pounds. And so our goal and what we do in our program is make it as golden retriever looking as possible, because it is a higher concentration of poodle, but we like to keep golden doodles with like short snouts, long ears, that boxy face. Our goal is to make it as teddy bear looking as possible, so that way they can just be, you know, that puppy look for as long as we can make it. And so a multi-generational is usually an F1B to an F1B, and they call it multi-generational instead of just calling it an F1B. And so that will still be 75% poodle, 25% golden retriever.
Got it. Well done.
I know it's a lot of information.
That was good.
But F1BBs are traditionally the most hypoallergenic.
Because you're introducing
Because you're doing
poodle.
more, it's 87.5% poodle, 12.5% golden retriever is like the official fraction that it would be.
Nice.
What are you doing with that ball?
And Norma, the next question is, which one's more hypoallergenic? The F1BB.
F1BBs.
Yep, perfect.
In 11 years, we've had 2 people not be able to have an F1B. And the F1BB worked for them.
That's awesome. Yeah, and a lot of times what we'll do is, if someone's really concerned, they'll ship us a t-shirt. And we'll put it on the litter that we are recommending for the future. And so they are able to be able to test and see if that works out well for them.
What are you doing, puppies?
Oh
These
my
guys
goodness,
are all
you got
over
the
the place,
ball.
babe.
Look at that. Good job, buddy.
They are really
so
enjoying
cute.
the entire garage nursery.
Yeah.
They're like, this is ours. Look at him with the ball over there, Miss Yellow.
Miss Yellow's ball? Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute.
They just prance around. We got to get some new ones.
Yeah. That's so fun. I like to see them carrying around things.
Me too.
Will you check and make sure Orange can get the ball out of their mouth?
Yep.
Right here in front of you. Where
This one?
Yep. Oh, okay, good.
That's Miss Teal. That's Nixie.
What is it?
Nixie.
Nixie.
N-I-X-Y.
Oh, fun.
Or K-N-I-X-Y. I forget.
Yeah.
But she's going to be a mom for us one day.
Cool.
Ta-da!
So Lou says, what's a typical wait time for one of your puppies?
So traditionally, it's like a 4 to 6 month wait. Right now, we have 2 spots. We have 1 girl and 1 boy for Maya's litter, which is going to be kind of like an in-between litter. It's 25 to 35 pounds. And so I was kind of surprised that I had spots, but a lot of people are super excited. They've planned summer vacations, and these guys are going to go home May 4th. And so it's kind of like right at that cusp that they can't go to boarding or things like that for vacations.
Yeah.
And so people that weren't expecting to be able to get one have already planned some vacations. But for minis, it is going to be early fall, like late summer, early fall. And then for mediums, it's going to be anytime after June if you are looking other than Maya's puppies that I have available right now.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
What you doing, Miss Gnocchi?
And then can we see River, aka
that's
Mr. Orange?
Yep, I think, is that him? Yep, right here. Say hi, Mom and Dad.
Oh my goodness, cutie.
He is
I love
super
River's
sweet.
Their
His
ears.
face.
Yeah, that's so
And
cute.
his ears are darker. I love that feature. That's a Mosley trait for sure. The darker ears.
Yeah. Let's see, Rachel says, thank you for these lives. We're picking up a Goldendoodle puppy, May, Western Canada.
Oh, wow.
First time puppy parents. I have
Awesome.
a million questions, but you guys seem to answer most of them on this platform. Well, thanks so much for joining us. That's so exciting.
And don't forget about Baxter and Bella. That is so helpful for us when we are working with Honey and just learning about how to take care of when we brought Honey inside, it had been 13 years since we had trained a puppy.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, that's right.
It was
we
a good
learned
refresher.
a lot from, there's a program called Baxter and Bella, and you can see that in our description of the live below. But definitely go check that out. It's a great program that we used for Honey, and it really helped us out a lot. And it's like a one-time fee, which is what I really like. Let's see. And then Rachel, tell us where you're located. Gosh, I guess it's been, what, 3 weeks? 4 weeks ago?
Since you went to Canada?
Vancouver? Yeah,
at
we
least
delivered
4 weeks.
Okay, at least
Maybe
4
more
weeks.
than that.
I delivered a puppy to Vancouver. Wish I could have stayed longer, but I literally got there at 9 p.m.
Spent the night and came on home.
Spent the night and came back home. So, let's see. Aaron, here's an interesting question. It says, Shay says, how much should the puppies gain each day? And that's definitely depending on size.
Yeah.
But roughly, what would you say?
As a newborn, I'm
Yeah.
looking for anywhere between 2 ounces and 4 ounces every 2 days.
Okay. And
So
then
a
what
lot of-
about like 8-week-olds? Like they're about to go home. Like how fast do they grow?
They usually gain about 1 pound a week.
Wow.
So from the time that they're 6 weeks old, when we get their official checkups, look at somebody's going
Oh
on the
my
potty.
goodness, good job.
Yay! To when they're heading out to that 8 weeks, they've usually gained at least 1 pound, maybe even 1.5 pounds.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Oh, don't finish off the tray.
You got to save them. Let's see. Sorry, guys, if I don't have everything like the best shot right now. I'm trying to like scroll through comments, so bear with me. Let's see. So Ryan says, can you talk about if puppy's color changes over time? I've watched a couple of videos where a darker pup loses its puppy for around 6 months and it turns to a different color. What's your experience been?
So traditionally,
we got a potty accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Traditionally, our puppies have, majority of them, I would say, go about 1 to 2 shades lighter than what they start out as puppies.
That's fair.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say that.
A lot of times their ears stay dark, their tail stays dark.
Yes.
But
and then the other piece is we've had a couple litters stay true to their color. But it's something that we just cannot guarantee for.
Right.
And so we just share with the families to say like, hey, we cannot guarantee they will stay this light of a color or this dark of a color. We try our best to match them with what they're looking for because we can totally tell a wavy versus a curly coat, which is a big
Nipsey's
deal.
puppies, Nipsey's oldest puppies are over a year, and they have seemed to stay darker than Duncan's did.
That's true.
Our
Yeah.
first poodle,
That's true.
which is super interesting.
It is interesting. How do I get people interested in puppies, or do I use platforms, or do I ask people that I know to ask people? Shay, I would say the biggest thing is just trying to become an expert in the breed that you're trying to pursue first. And I think people will, and then if you start out really small and you do a really good job and exceed people's expectations, the word will spread.
Yeah.
And then you'll see that you end up needing to grow just because of demand versus trying to start really big and realizing that people aren't aware of your business and the care that you take in your puppies. And that's when people run into challenges. And then that's when you start feeling like you have to discount puppies in order to sell them versus caring for puppies and matching them to the right homes.
Sit.
I hope that helps.
Good girl.
Let's see.
John Paul, do you see Red? He has a cowlick.
What?
Do you see
I do see that. That's so cute.
Honey, no.
Too funny.
Where is it?
I love that they're able to climb up.
I know, I'm so proud
Let's
of
take
them.
a pause from just comments. Kind of talk about like what things you're working with them right now on.
So today and yesterday was their first time of me working on getting them down from the coolaroo. I've just been lifting them down,
Okay.
but we've been working on going up. But what I'll do is, if I'm working on getting them down, I'll take their 2 front paws and put it down, and then let their back legs come off, and then we just repeat it over and over and over.
And then what's the goal there? Are you just trying to build confidence?
Yeah, I'm trying to get them to understand that this is a scary thing coming off of a surface. They're trying to reach a level that they haven't done before.
Okay.
And it is there. It's just kind of like a stressful situation that we can manage and work through. And me being here is helpful. Like a lot of times they'll want me to put my hand out for them.
Yeah.
And it kind of like coaxes them to come down. And then in the next couple of days, we'll transition to the first step and work on that.
Okay.
And so then we'll go up and up and up, and we'll keep progressing till they can do all the stairs in here.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness. What was that? That was a leap. But to get them on, it's kind of funny because I really can't motivate them to come on, but Honey will motivate them. I'll get her to lay down, and then they'll all hop up there. They love it.
They do.
They love her.
Honey, did you just steal that tour?
She loves that kangaroo. What is that little cough?
Yeah, they definitely, Aaron's right. They love following Honey around. And so I think Honey gives them encouragement to be confident in jumping off, getting on, things like that. Good job, buddy. That was great.
Down. Good girl. Good girl.
Holly, great recommendation. Would all natural flea and tick spray be yard food beneficial? Yeah, I think if there's a product that's safe for dogs and animals, and then it solves kind of the approach, I think that could be a good fit. Thanks for making that recommendation. So Stephanie's asking, how much does Honey weigh now? We are still trying to get a good idea on size and weight. Say that again.
Sorry, I interrupted. 49 pounds.
49. Yeah, Honey is definitely on the bigger end of a medium, but we did kind of like a special litter because we enjoy bigger Goldendoodles, but we wanted Honey to not be an F1 for us. We enjoy that F1B. Let's see. YM says, OMG, now this is the live I was looking for. Thanks so much for joining us. That's awesome.
That's so sweet.
Let's see. Aaron, should we book our first vet appointment after picking up our pup? No. I would recommend going ahead and letting your vet know that you've selected, that you are about to get a puppy and what day you are. And that way, we really like to have, Aaron, how many days after a puppy go home? For a vet visit?
So if there's something wrong or I'm concerned about something, I would recommend within 7 days. Okay. But they have until 2 weeks after they go home to get their next shot.
Okay.
And that next shot gives them full protection of the parvo, distemper, things like that the DHPP covers. They say that you need the second shot before you can go out to any public places.
Perfect.
So it's wise to go ahead and get it done within that 2 week period.
Yeah, and we have our vet check out the puppies and make sure that they're healthy and well. We want your vet to help make sure that their puppies are healthy and well. So if there's any kind of discrepancy, the earlier the better, so we can come up with a solution. So hopefully that helps you. Let's see.
And a lot of times people's families, vets will want to know like when they actually got their shot. And so if you need that for booking, just reach out to me and I can tell you when their vet visit's going to be.
Perfect.
Come in.
So Tom has a question. Does a boy puppy or a girl puppy bond better with the lady of the house? Is that a human lady or is that another?
I'm thinking it's a human lady. If it's a human lady, both genders are super cuddly and very easy to bond with. I have had boy dogs that are cuddlers. I've had girl dogs that are cuddlers, and we've never had anybody tell us like, oh, they don't like me or oh, they don't like my wife. We've had just always, cuddly sweet dogs. I've never had a golden doodle that didn't get along with another dog.
Right. Yeah.
But all of our families have introduced them to the second animal of the house as a puppy, and I think that's so helpful because the puppy is going to naturally defer to the older dog.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or cat, whatever.
Right. Like, I love watching them wrestle. It's so cute.
It's so sweet. I think that gray and
aqua? Or
oh, it's
teal?
it's teal. Oh, okay. Just kidding.
Teal and I can't see the other color. It's so cute watching them kind of prance around. Let's see. Ethan says, I don't know who you are, but you're doing a good job.
Oh, well, thanks. That made my night. My
That's
goodness.
So fun.
I don't know who you are.
Let's see.
That's awesome.
Is Ava and Nipsey getting confirmed soon? When is their litter expected?
So Ava and Nipsey, I had put it on our closed Facebook group, but Ava was a false heat cycle. So her family thought it was a heat cycle. It was not a heat cycle. So we're anticipating her to go into heat anytime this summer.
Perfect.
But new announcement, Ellie is here to get pregnant. And so that will be another mini Goldendoodle mom for our list for our families that are waiting for minis. So that happened earlier than we anticipated. So that's a good thing.
Awesome. So Natalie says, do you sell your puppies for breeding in Canada? I'm in Ontario and want to become a breeder. Natalie, we totally will work with you. We definitely have some requirements to get breeding rights from us. But we definitely would love a conversation, make sure you're on the right track, and then kind of begin to work with you and see if one of our dogs for your breeding program would work. Feel free to send us an email. You can go on our website and just reach out through a contact form. Have you guys ever delivered a dog to Lee's Summit, Montana? So, let's see. No, I've only gone to South Dakota. Yeah. I think I've gone to South Dakota. I've never been to Montana. Yeah. Been to Washington, been to California, haven't been to Nevada yet, been to Arizona.
Honey.
But yeah, we totally could. Reach out to us and we're more than happy to give you a quote on a delivery. All of our puppies sorry, I forgot who asked me to do, Eileen asked me to do a delivery video. So all of our puppies that fly with us fly inside the cabin as a carry-on. And it's a neat process. Go check out some of our videos, but we do not send our dogs in as cargo. And so that way it keeps them settled, they're accustomed to us, and we're able to play on the plane and just have a great time. And so we can totally help you out with getting a puppy to Montana. Thanks so much for asking. Let's see.
Our goal is to deliver to all 50 states.
Yeah, so one of the fun little things that I started doing is Starbucks has we're not coffee drinkers, but their mugs are really cool.
We like hot chocolate.
But every airport has its own mug. And comment down below if you guys have seen these mugs, but literally we have a mug that says Boston. And so I look forward to collecting mugs of the airports that I fly into. And so that's just a fun little side thing that we've started getting into.
It too.
Yeah, and the kids love seeing the mugs and looking at all the little pictures. They did a really nice job. And they're only $12 or $13.
Yeah.
So it's a huge
really
win for a little area. So let's see. Sorry guys, gonna catch up on some of these comments. And by the way, thank you guys so much for these comments. They mean so much to us. And we're gonna try our best to answer all of them while we're here. Let's see.
You're gonna have to come show some tunnel action. They're being really cute running around.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm surprised Honey hasn't gone through the tunnel yet. How come you're not going in your tunnel?
So Cedric says, bring one of the puppies closer to the screen. So let's see. There you go, Cedric. There's one of the puppies.
Sit. Honey. Sit.
So Natalie, thanks so much for the kind words.
Good
She says, I've
girl.
learned so much from your videos. That's great. We're getting a lot of questions about how much are puppies. Definitely go check out our website for any of our upcoming litters and puppies, but our puppies are $3,400. We don't charge based on size or color.
Or gender.
We really just try and match the families with what they're desiring, and as long as you're willing to be patient, we can totally work with you on finding the right puppy. So Ryan says, do you recommend a new owner trying grooming themselves versus paying a groomer?
Sure.
If you have you're willing to kind of put in some research and you're willing to kind of get good tools, you could totally groom yourself. They are playing in this tunnel. It's cute.
Your mom taught herself how to groom.
Yeah.
Miranda, our friend, has taught herself how to groom.
That's awesome. It just takes patience.
Yeah, and it's fur. It's always going to grow back. If you give a bad haircut, it will be okay.
Right. That's a fair statement.
Oh goodness, Miss Gnocchi, what are you doing? Zuri, no ma'am.
Let's see.
One thing that your mom did that was helpful was that she did, because you can't just expect a dog to stand still the entire time. And so she did one part of Genevieve a day until she could get it. And then she would do like the front half of her, and then she'd do the back half of her the next day. Like, it was something that she like learned to grow into. And now she can do it all in one. But
Oh, honey.
I think she's like, you're okay.
Oh my goodness.
Look beside you in the dog bed.
Oh, that's cute.
Super sweet.
So someone Can just asked, who are Honey's parents?
Honey's parents are Charlotte Rose, or Charlie. We refer to her as Charlie. And Ripken, which is Bella's grandson. So Honey is Bella, our 13-year-old's great-granddaughter, which was important to me. I wanted them to be related.
That's right. Someone just asked, do you guys expose the puppies to swimming? Does water make a mess of their coats?
So their coat is fine in the water. As long as you brush them out after they dry, they're good. But we don't expose them to swimming, but we do expose them to a bath. Like, they definitely get in the water with water running over them. But yes, good job. But we don't have like a kiddie pool or anything like that we did. We did try a sprinkler one time.
Oh, I remember that.
It was kind of a failure. Like, the puppies did not love it.
They didn't love it. It was a warm day and they still got a little chilly.
Yeah, they're just too tiny.
That's right.
Let's
see.
What are y'all doing over there?
Says, Honey is too much. She demands attention. Want to be played with and always wanting to be in the mix, the picture. Can you limit Honey time while on camera? We really want to see the puppies. We'll try. We try and create space. Honey, we love Honey's personality. And this is also her job is out here is to help play with the puppies, interact with them, and learn to also, allowing these puppies to be exposed to a larger sized dog, and it really just desensitizes them.
Many of our puppies are going to another family that has a golden doodle already. And so I've had so many reports of people saying that their dog just was perfect. They weren't scared. They were fine, just coming right into the home. And it's because of Honey and Bella. Bella doesn't come out here as much because she is just older and she doesn't usually appreciate the puppies as much anymore. But Honey does a great job of desensitizing them and socializing them, which is what she's supposed to do.
Yeah, but I will try and do a better job that when Honey walks by, that I'll try and get a better angle. So thanks for being patient with us, Donna. Let's see.
I also could get her a yak cheese. She might lay down.
Yeah.
Honey, you want a yak cheese? Let me get one.
Let's see. Hopefully dogs, let's see. Oh, thanks so much, Melba. She said, absolutely love this live. Best part of my day. Thanks so much for being on here. I'm glad that we're able to bring you some joy. Ron says, how do I contact you to purchase? Check out our website, doodlesofnc.com. It will take you to our website and you can look around, see how we do things. And then I invite you just to keep watching our channel, see how we raise our puppies.
Look, now they're all gonna wanna be on the cooler with her. They like her tail, her fluffy tail.
Yeah. Oh, here's a fun one. Kristen says, how old is Rosie now? That is awesome that you remember that story,
Yeah.
Kristen. Rosie actually lives maybe 8 minutes away from us, and so we get to see Rosie often. But how old is Rosie now?
She's over 2.
Yeah. And you'll see her coming up.
Yep, she'll be one of our like late summer, early fall minis again, like our litter for minis.
And then, oh, this is a nice compliment. It says, love your videos. They are so helpful. You are so encouraging. We live in Rhode Island and have a 1-year-old female golden doodle. We may want a friend for our marigold.
So
Way
cute.
to shine for God. That's so sweet. Thanks so much for saying that.
I love the name Marigold. That's
Yeah.
cute. One of our other dogs is named that. A puppy that went home.
Let's see. And then Bridget says, how old are the puppies?
These guys are 5.5 weeks old.
And then for the folks that just joined the live stream, do you mind just kind of giving a rundown about who these puppies are, what type they are?
So these are Luna's F1B Goldendoodle Puppies. And so these guys are going to be like that 25 to 30 pounds is what their anticipated weight would be. And we're working on like going up and down the cooleroo. We're going to be working on uneven surfaces, going through the tunnel, being kind of like in a enclosed and darker area. And just socialization with Honey. That's what we've been working on for the past couple of days.
Nice. Let's see. NCL, that's really sad. It says, had to put my dog down today.
Oh.
This is not what I needed to see. I'm really sorry. I hope that your dog had a wonderful life.
Yeah.
But that is, if you don't mind, comment down below what your dog's name was. I can't imagine that feeling.
That's sad.
Let's see. So Bridget, we just got to your question. Thanks so much for your patience. Let's see, do you all have or recommend any particular no-dig electric fence? James, we're not really familiar with electric fences. We did decide to go with a non-traditional fence and went with a puppy, like a small breed puppy fence. So the rungs are really narrow together. And we haven't had any issues with that. But sorry, I hope that's helpful. Kristen, you are so kind. Thank you guys for answering the questions ahead of time. That's super helpful. You guys are incredible. Shay, you were so kind to say that. Oh, thank you. Look at you guys playing with the toy over there. Let's see, do you guys plan on breeding other breeds in the future? Just only golden doodles, but thanks so much for asking. What's the average amount of puppies a golden doodle mom has? That's an interesting question, Norma. So what would you say?
On average, our litter average is 7.
Okay.
But I would say anywhere between 6 and 8 is traditional.
Okay.
We have had larger litters, and then we've had a few that had like 5, but we haven't had anybody have under 5 recently. You like your ball?
Like someone's already starting to get
Tired.
sleepy. Are you getting sleepy, buddy? By the way, I love to see Honey interact with them. You guys are so good at this. Thanks so much, Kristen. What age should you spay a puppy? That's a good question.
So I think anytime after, or what our vet recommends is anytime after 6 months, if you are happy with their size, to go ahead and spay or neuter them. And it will, it's safe to do at that point in time. I know a lot of people like to wait until they're closer to a year to let as many growth hormones happen as possible, but our vet says anytime after 6 months is a good time because they've had enough of the hormones that they need.
Nice.
So we got Honey spayed about a month ago, and she did fantastic. We did a bodysuit, but she didn't even really need it. But it was a really easy process.
Yeah, she really recovered well. That was excellent.
I think that they've just gotten so much better at doing this surgery that it's not, the incision wasn't very long. Oh, we got a poop.
Oh, close to being on the tray.
So close.
There you go.
But yeah, she did great.
That's awesome. Rick Flair wants to know, I see Aaron wearing those comfy shoes that look like Crocs. What are they? They look so easy to clean. Yep.
K-A-N-E, right?
K-A-N-E. That's right, Canes. Yep.
Is it with
they're
a K?
just like Crocs, and you are correct. They are so easy to clean.
Yep. I literally just take a scrub brush and my soap dishwasher and just scrub, and then they're good to go.
And so Aaron only wears those shoes inside the garage or inside the house, not outside. So we don't bring in any sort of potential parasites and things like that from outside. Do you have a puppy?
They're getting so tired.
Do the puppy have colored names? Oh, okay, yep. So Robbie, so they start out with their color collars. So just like this. So this one is Orange, and we know that Orange is River. So as soon as we have puppy picking, a lot of our families name them when they come, but some of our families wait. They want to actually play with them and kind of see, or maybe introduce them to other family members and come up with a name together. And so they do start out with colored collars, and then we try and work with them on their names if we're told what they are. That's an awesome question.
Mr. Red just went to the potty.
Oh, good job.
His name's Milo.
Let's see.
Good girl. Mr. Red. Milo.
So Anna asked, how many litters has Ava had, if any? How often do you guys have the 10 to 20 pound size?
She has not had a litter yet, so this will be her first one.
Yep.
And how often? All of our moms have 4 litters if everything goes according to plan. Like if she's healthy, if she's a good mom, if she likes being a mom.
Right.
That is what the goal is.
Awesome. And then Princess says, we just got our 3-week-old and your videos were so helpful in preparing our new baby. Thank you, Doodles of NC. Absolutely. Princess, thanks so much for being on here. Let's see. Beverly says, that cute puppy playing with Honey's tail. Yeah, that was, we love seeing just how gentle Honey is with the puppies. And then she really enjoys when the puppies snuggle with her.
Oop.
Let's see. All right, so are you up for a challenge?
Yes.
Okay, Melanie says, what are their names?
Oh gosh, okay.
All right, so grab one, one, whichever's closer to you.
I'm just kind of spoiling. I did a short with everybody, introducing everybody, so this will be like a preview.
Okay.
So this is Zuri.
Oh, let's get a little close face. Zuri. Okay, got it. And
Honey off.
And this is Honey.
This is Hank.
Oh, what a cute face, Hank.
This is Gnocchi, like the pasta.
Oh, fun. Oh, what a cutie.
Orange is River.
Yep, we saw River earlier. Hi, River. Who's this right here?
That's Zuri.
Oh, Zuri, hi.
Oh man, Silver. That one's...
Giving me high fives.
This is Milo. We saw him earlier.
Okay. Hi, Milo.
I just can't remember Gray. I know.
Aaron.
It's terrible.
Comment down below if you know who Gray is.
Nix. That's Nixie, or Nix is what they're going to call her. Miss Teal.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I got a think card. I'm going to have it written down, but I was trying to go off memory.
Try and go off memory. You can do it. Comment down below if you know what Silver's name is.
It's Gray. We're calling it Gray.
Gray, sorry.
Man. All right, I'm going to look. Max.
Got it.
And he's going to a friend that they're going to go camping together.
That's fine.
Wait, where did he go? Nope. So gnocchi.
Oh, underneath. Is that right here?
Maybe. Yep. Mr. Max.
There you go.
So
awesome.
Max and Gnocchi are going to be besties in an RV. Like they're going to go camping together.
So Holly's saying, I went on your website to see if I could find current or future litters and couldn't find anything. Wasn't sure if you had that on your website. We should. Mm-hmm. Should say current puppies or puppies.
You didn't accidentally delete it, did you?
Oh, that would be awkward.
I'm going to go.
Holly, thanks for letting us know. Let's take a look and see. How much would you say a puppy eats per week? It really depends on size, but what would you say is...
A week?
Yeah. Oh, that's hard. So let's do per day.
Per day, a mini Goldendoodle, probably about a cup to a cup and a half a day.
Okay, and medium?
And a medium would probably be 2 to 3 cups a day. No, it's there, sweetheart.
Okay. So Holly, what's the tab? What's it called?
Current
puppies?
litters.
Current litters.
So if you go under our dogs, there's a drop down. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's under pricing.
Yep. So under pricing.
Current puppies.
There you go.
Yeah, it's got Maya and Mosley and then all the other ones.
So Norma asks, how long does it take to train a puppy on your own?
To do what?
Oh, good question. Let's just say basic behavioral.
That's still very wide.
Okay, let's say
like potty training?
Okay, let's start with potty training.
Potty training they can do pretty consistent at, I would say, a month in. Go ahead. Bella, you wanna come? Here's Grandma Bella.
Bella B! What's up, bud? Bella B. Oh, you gotta sit. Hey, sit. I'll protect you. I'll protect you.
Bella, sit. Hey, sit. She's like, not with all these puppies around. How do you get mad at a 13-year-old? Sit.
There you
go.
Good girl.
Good girl. Okay, so potty training, I would say like a month in. We had Honey pretty much down pat. And then sit was within a couple of days. They do really well on sit. Down, I'd say maybe 2-3 weeks. And then you just kind of base it off of that. Like you can definitely keep it going. Like with stay and walking on a leash. Honey's still walking on a leash with some encouragement. Like
yeah, we do.
She likes to pull a little.
Oh, there's a dumbbell.
I know. She's like, shake it off.
Yeah. Yeah, we walk Honey with a harness, and it has the D-ring on the chest versus on the back, and that's really helped Honey be able to be more gentle on her walks.
Taking care of the puppies.
And so the way you guys don't know, so Bella is our first family pet, and she's who started this whole thing.
She's 13 years old.
And you're doing great, bud.
Yes.
She's like, don't stop petting me. I came out here to say hi. All right.
And then Honey's like, what are you doing down there?
Did she just pop over her head? Oh, there she is. She's like, guys, let me come play again. Let's see.
Everybody's
so Lisa
laying
says,
down, babe.
hi, Aaron, JP. You both helped me heal after I lost Lily. I just love what you do, and the puppies are so adorable. I will keep watching. Lisa, that is so sweet. Thank you for sharing, and I'm sorry that you lost your Lily. Comment below, how old was Lily? So Canvas, none of these puppies are available, but totally go check out our website for any kind of available puppies. Let's see. They all look like chicken tenders. Completely agree. Let's see.
It's okay, honey.
Oh my goodness, we made it to the end of all the comments.
Oh wow, well, that's perfect.
Training is honestly for the life of the dog. That's well said, Beverly.
That is very well said.
Stop.
Is that Beverly Kirk?
Beverly R.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I was gonna say, we had Beverly get a dog from us.
Yep, could not agree more. And I feel like when you stop training, they kind of like creep in some habits. Mm-hmm. Oh, are you still in a yak cheese, Bella? You deserve it, buddy.
Honey. No, ma'am.
That's fun. Let's see.
Miss Yellow's underneath the cabinet, Jump.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
So Anna says, how often do you have the 10 to 20 pound size available?
There will be more in the future in the fall area. Rue, Rosie.
Who's under here?
That's Zuri, Miss Yellow.
Zuri. She's like, I just want to go take a nap.
Yeah.
Like,
so some of I would say that the ones in the fall that we had go home in January, February, they'll all cycle again in the early to mid fall, and they all have chances of having puppies that are that small. But I would definitely recommend being the first or the second choice on that litter so you can choose the smallest one. Because 10 pounds is a huge difference to 20 pounds. They feel a lot different. And so there's just a couple of them that stay that small.
Oh, got it. Okay. Perfect. Thanks for responding to that one.
Yeah.
So Lisa says, Lulu is only 2.5 years old.
Oh.
Broke my heart, but I was blessed to find both of you and your beautiful puppies. That's so
thanks.
sweet.
Wow. 2.5 though, that's sad. Oh, you okay, Mr. Hank?
Oh my goodness. Someone put, I have a 200-pound Mastiff. She'd solo your whole pack, no offense. Yeah, absolutely.
A Mastiff is a big dog.
Yeah, that is amazing. 200 pounds? That's incredible. Thanks so much for posting. Someone, Dip, just said, are these F1, F1B, or F1BBs? Dip, that's amazing that you just listed all the different generations. That's so cool.
These are F1Bs.
These are F1Bs.
And technically, some people call them multi-generational because they're F1B to F1B.
Let's see. Can you tell if the pup will stay 10 pounds versus 20 pounds?
I always tell people for the 10-pounders, the ones that you want to say tiny, you're just going to pick the smallest one out of the litter. They usually stay the ratio that they are when they are starting out, when they're nursing and they're being born. Like all of these guys have been relatively the same size the entire time.
Oh, hey, bud.
Mr. Red's been a little bit weighed less, but not significant. And I've had ones that I think are going to be like the 10-pound mark. Those are like the significantly smaller ones. You're making Honey jealous.
Sorry. Look at him.
I know.
Bella's like, please tug of war with me. In just a little bit, Bella. In just a little bit. All right.
Come here. Come play with your grandma.
I skipped Kimmy's question. I am so sorry, Kimmy. What are the cons of Goldendoodles?
Grooming, I would say, is the most significant one.
That's such a good topic.
Yeah, because it takes a lot to have a good groomer and to want to take them regularly. Like Honey and Bella get groomed once a month.
Yep.
But that's because we are open and honest about the fact that we don't brush them. Like we just don't take the time to brush them.
Yep. And Aaron's bringing a really good point, and why a lot of groomers don't really like
doodles.
Goldendoodles, because the owners are not aware or educated that they require constant grooming or constant brushing. Yeah. So Madison, our groomer, has always said, just try and brush one part of their body once a day. Yeah. So just do legs, or just do ears, or just do their body.
Once a week.
Once a week. Okay. And you won't have mats. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing, is that they are prone to mats. Yeah. And then
or
if they're
get them
curly,
groomed regularly.
Yeah, and if they're curly coat, they're going to need grooming that much more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's about 2 weeks shorter, so we could let them go a little bit longer, like to like 5 or 6 weeks. But we just like getting them groomed every month. It just freshens them up and makes them look nicer.
Yeah.
But I think that's the most thing. I mean, I do think that during COVID, a lot of people had challenges with with a little bit of anxiety, like with Doodles, because they were so used to being with people. So we definitely recommend that even if you work from home, that you set up a schedule that they have independent time in like their puppy playpen or their crate, and while you're at the house, because they need to understand that it's okay, it's a safe place. But I think that's any dog, not just a golden doodle.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. So both Honey and Bella are wavy coats. So Bella is an F1, so we talked about it, 50% golden retriever, 50% poodle, and Honey is an F1B, so she is, it's where you take the female is, it doesn't technically matter, but one of the parents is an F1, and then we breed it back with a poodle, and that's how we got to Honey. So Honey does not shed, and Bella does a little bit.
A little bit.
Yep. But Honey has more of a softer coat, and Bella has more of a little bit more of a coarser coat to her. But guys, that wraps up our hour. We can't thank you guys enough for hanging out with us for as long as you guys did, and how
interactive.
Yeah, that was so much fun. And so we can't thank you guys enough. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're gonna tuck these puppies into bed, and we look forward to, I was like, what was that person saying? Anyways, we definitely look forward to seeing you guys on the next live. Thank you guys, and hope you all have a great night. Take care.
Bye.